and I remember WrestleMania 3. He was up. Hey, stop. Get out of here. 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 Before I get into the gist of today's information, just as a Floridian, as somebody that grew up in West Central Florida, I was sad to see the news that Hulk Hogan passed away today. He was a major icon for anybody in Gen X. I can tell you, growing up then in the 80s and particularly the early 90s, he was really big. And he actually really was a star first before even he was Hulkamania, but when he was Thunder Lips in Rocky III. And that was like a huge deal. I mean, obviously that was a great movie franchise with Sylvester Stallone. So he was Thunder Lips, and then a couple years later became the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion. And, as a young kid, I'm growing up, and it's that was like somebody's like, wow, that's our superhero kind of deal. And the fact that he was from a Tampa Bay area when I'm growing up there, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy lives in our area. And, back then when they would do these big events like WrestleMania, you could go to it, which obviously I wasn't in a position to be able to go to, but they didn't have even pay-per-view where you would pay for it to come on the cable. They had closed circuit, so you could go to a venue and they would play it on a really big screen. And so the first few WrestleManias I think were like that. And I remember WrestleMania 3. He was up. Hey, stop. Get out of here. 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 So you used to have the closed circuit. So you would go and you would have that, and then you'd just kind of watch it. So I just remember WrestleMania 3, he's fighting Andre the Giant. And look, I was a kid. I didn't know that it was choreographed, right? I mean, I was really worried that he was going to be able to do, but he slammed Andre the Giant. That was a huge thing for kids in that era. And so, and we were with him just a couple of months ago. My kids got to meet him and everything. So I was really sad to see that. And our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and people throughout this region of Florida, because I know so many people cared about him.